Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Jeff with For Money Paws, and I have with me today a very special guest, Spencer Williams, who is the founder, president, and CEO of West Paw. West Paw designs and maker of really cool dog toys, dog beds, leashes, collars, and so much more. Spencer founded the company in 1996, so it's been beyond its 20-year anniversary, and this is a company that's based in Bozeman, Montana. Not where you would expect necessarily a company like this to be based, but it is very cool. Matt and I had a chance to tour the facilities a few years ago, and it was amazing. And we wanted to bring Spencer and his story to all of you. So we want you guys to kind of get the story behind the products that we know you love and that your dogs especially love. So Spencer's going to kind of give us a little tour of the facilities. We're going to see some of the production floor, how some of the toys are sewn and how they're made. And you will have the ability to ask questions. With this, we want this to be really interactive. So this is your opportunity. And we appreciate you guys watching. And as a reminder, it is being simulcast on our YouTube channel, our For Money Paws YouTube channel. So if you do have a friend or something who might want to see this, who've missed the live broadcast, they can go to our YouTube channel and view it right there. So without any further ado, I'm going to introduce Spencer. So
thank you. Thanks, Jeff. That was a very nice introduction. I'm so glad that you've been able to be here at our factory and see it firsthand. And it's a pleasure to be on this today with you guys. And we love showing off our factory because there's not a lot of products that are made in the United States like we do it here. And it's just fun to let people inside our factory. And Jeff, thanks a lot for all the years of partnership and business that we've had the pleasure to do together. We really appreciate what For Money Paws has brought to your communities and what you do as a retailer in the industry. Thank you very much for your support of West Paw as well.
Well, thank you very much. It's just a pleasure when we get to do business with partners like yourselves. It's just so easy, and it's something that fits who we are. And I just love when all that comes together. So
isn't that great? Yeah. Awesome. Well, great. Well, we're standing here. This is where I work. I stand at my desk, and I get the pleasure of having our manufacturing floor behind me. We love the fact that we actually make our own products. And so just real briefly, I got into this in 1996. I was 23 years old and felt like I needed to make the best products for my chocolate Labrador at the time that my wife and I had, and just felt like there would be a really fun industry to be a part of. And to create jobs in Montana was something that I really thought I would like to do, and that has a lot to do with the fact that my family were homesteaders here in Montana, about 100 miles east of where this factory is. My family set up operations in a ranching community of Columbus, Montana, and so I was born and raised and grew up in that community, and I just knew that creating jobs in Montana was something that it was hard to do. It's a very remote location, and so part of creating my own job was to create this company and to help us imagine great pet products that were safe and environmentally friendly and that could be made by our staff right here. And to that end, we've grown to have somewhere around 70 employees in the company here. And what's really, really fun, as you mentioned, is that we've got a neat culture where people are really activated to do what they think is best for the business, to serve the customer, to serve their team member. And we've just got a vibrant group of people here. You know, the oldest employee, I shouldn't say the oldest, the longest term employee, she just celebrated her 24th anniversary, 2 weeks ago. And it was a pleasure to talk with Linda. When we walk through the floor, we might actually see Linda out there. She's one of our shippers, and she's packed many of your orders, Jeff, over these years. And so we have some great people who've been here for a long while.
Perfect.
So,
that'd be great.
With that, maybe I could take us through, and we'll walk out on the floor for a little bit. And as I walk around, I'm going to put my mask on because we're in the age of COVID, and so when we're close to staff, then I'll need to put my mask on. But as we're walking at least 6 feet apart, then I can take my mask back off. About these challenging times, I know you folks have been really innovative with your curbside pickup and all the work you're doing to make sure people keep their pantry stocked. And we sure appreciate what you and your staff have done, Jeff.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I do feel like you probably do too. It's like we've been in business for so long, but I feel like it's a brand new, like we're creating a new way to do business. And
Oh,
what we
yeah.
did in February is just so different from what we're doing today.
Yeah.
And yeah, it has its challenging moments for sure. So
It does, and it challenges all to be flexible and at the same
yeah,
time grounded and
right.
creative. It's
Yeah.
it's a challenging time, and I think you mentioned that puts a strain on you and the staff, and we noticed that here too. And we're just coming back in Montana to allowing some people back into the office space, and Montana did a fantastic job of getting ahead of the curve, and we've just been really successful so far in this what I think is going to be a long journey. And our team here have been incredible with keeping themselves safe and changing some of the workflows, such as keeping social distance on the manufacturing floor. We were wearing masks before it was recommended, so that we could keep our people safe, really cleaning our areas. And that's allowed us to keep our staff 100% employed. During this time, we thought, wow, is it going to be really difficult to keep a business afloat? And it certainly is. A lot of people are feeling the pain around the country, but thankfully, with our staff's hard work and us being really proactive with safety, we've been able to keep people operational. So today, as I walk through, I'll put this on occasionally, and I'll pop it back off when we're talking. Okay.
Excellent. Let's go on a tour.
Let's go to the floor. So I've got Karen helping with the video. She and I are staying about.
Thank you, Karen.
So thanks, Karen, for the work on this. And I'm going to take you guys out on the production floor.
Okay.
So this facility was built in 2001, and we created this facility because we'd outgrown our others, and the building was designed to be to grow in manufacturing. So as you can see, Karen's got a great view of the factory floor here, and this floor has in fact grown already one time. So when we built this building, it was a very wide and narrow building, and so when we wanted to expand the building, we moved the back wall, creating a larger manufacturing space. But we were able to move that wall as opposed to demolishing. And that had the benefits of saving 175 tons of concrete and allowing us to have a clear span for our manufacturing, which has helped people really be able to most efficiently make our product. So I'll walk you through the floor. Come on down.
Great. And that's what I really like is what you do is like making those decisions, like you recognize that you saved all that concrete and you make those choices based on the environmental and the sustainability of things. And even the way that you package up things or store the boxes that you use. I know when we were there, they were used, there were other boxes for other products. And it's just really cool to see that's always top of mind. Is what can we do from an environmental standpoint?
Oh yeah,
probably stems from living in Montana and the great West, but it's a nice perspective to have.
Yeah. Well, as we walk through here, we're going to show you. I'm going to put Jackie on the spot. Sorry, Jackie. So Jackie has been working diligently on our mask design and production. Jackie's just organizing some of our parts for the mask production right now and wearing one of her own styles, I think. Is that right?
Yes.
Jackie, do you remember what year it was that you started at West Paw?
98.
I was going to say 1998. Jackie used to live less than a block away from our original factory, and she used to walk to work. And in the year since we moved to this facility, now she's actually moved closer to us as well in this new location and continued to work for us all these great years. And we couldn't have done the mask production without her. And also many of the plush toy designs and the beds that you've enjoyed over the years, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jackie's been the designer and instrumental in helping us create those products.
That's great. So where do we lost it? There we go. Losing your picture a little bit. Where do the masks go then? Who are you producing the masks for?
Well, Jeff, I'm gonna put on some earbuds because on the production floor, I'm noticing I can't hear you very well.
Okay, sure.
So if that's all right, I'm gonna put
these
on.
Perfect. Yep, that's fine.
And then if I lose your audio, just let me know, okay?
Okay. Yep.
But I think when it gets a little noisier down here, I'll be able to hear you better.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great. Yep.
Perfect. Okay, good. I can hear you much better. Yeah. So what were you asking about?
Where the masks? Who are you producing the masks for, and where do they go?
Sure. So we started off producing the masks at the end of March, the third week of March, because our local hospital was running out of the PPE equipment that they needed. And so a nonprofit group here in town and another manufacturer called Mystery Ranch, who makes amazing backpacks and load carrying devices, they they reached out to us and said, hey, we'll do some cutting and some sourcing of textiles. Will you do the sewing? And so we quickly scaled and shifted and pivoted our manufacturing, stopping making some toys so we could design and manufacture the masks for the hospital.
Great.
And to date, Jackie, I'm guessing, how many of you think are at the hospital that we've made? Somewhere a couple thousand, 3,000?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah, I would guess.
Wow.
Yeah. So they continue to need more. In fact, we're doing the last order for them right now, Jeff. So
Okay.
it's been
Excellent.
great.
Thank you for doing that and working so
Yeah.
fast and being so nimble to be able to get that done and recognizing the need so quickly. So
Yeah. Well, it's real. I really have to hand it to people like Jackie and our Chief Operating Officer Scott. He was instrumental in making certain that we could get a partnership of getting the supplies ready really quickly and pivot our manufacturing floor. So it was just super.
Yeah.
So let's go walk on back. Thanks,
Sure.
Jackie.
Yep.
And we'll walk through the toy area a little bit here, and
Okay.
we'll see where we normally make toys. Behind me is the cutting table for our bed production, and these are the templates that we have for cutting out some of the beds, like our heyday.
Okay.
And so we use this big table to lay out that fabric and cut those beds here. Everything that we cut and sew is manufactured right here on this floor. And I want to bring you over to one of our best-selling products that Mike is making. Mike is making our Rowdy's toys. Sorry to put you on the spot here, Mike. And you won't be able to hear him too well, but I've got Jeff on from Four Muddy Paws, and they're doing a live cast. And,
Nice.
and Mike and Jackie have a long history with West Paw. Mike started working at West Paw in 1997, and he's filled many roles at West Paw, and it's been great to have Mike as a friend and colleague here for years. He's actually making one of our most amazing selling toys right now that takes a real special talent to manufacture, right, Mike?
Yeah, it's incredibly thick and hard to sew through. This probably puts this machines right to the edge of its limits.
Yeah.
Which was very challenging when we first started doing it. But
Yeah.
once we got everything dialed in, now it sails right through it. But it is impressive what a machine like this can do. And,
That's great. Well, I have to tell you though,
but it's getting back.
Okay.
we have a lot.
Thank you, Mike.
A Chihuahua rat terrier at home, and we have two Rowdies on the bed every night. It is his absolute favorite toy. And it's funny, he's got the orange one
that
for
is funny.
nighttime. He's got an orange one for nighttime and a purple one for daytime, which is weird because he's blind, but he honestly knows which one to go to. They must smell different to
tell
him
the
or
difference.
whatever, but he knows. Orange is always for bedtime, and then the purple one's for, yeah, so we have to keep those. They travel with us wherever we go. So
That's hilarious. Well, thank you.
they're
Awesome.
great toys.
I'll tell
They're
Mike
really-
too.
they're
That's
fun.
really great.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Well, come on back. We're going to see if we've got some mask production happening here. Oh, we do. So, Steph,
Hi.
I've got a live cast going here. They're really, of course, interested in how we make masks. So, can you hear me all right, Jeff?
I can hear you. Yeah, it's perfect.
Jeff, can you hear me? Okay. So what Steph's doing right now is she's putting in the metal band that fits over the nose bridge
Mhm.
of the mask. And these masks are for sale on westpaw.com. We're doing all sorts of different patterns. These are not the ones that go to the hospital, although the design is exactly the same. So
Okay.
she's putting that metal band in there, and then the product will be sewn together with the straps for around the head or over the ears. So, Steph, tell us a little bit about, like, you make toys mostly, right?
Yeah.
How long have
Leashes.
toys and leashes? Yeah. And how long have you been making toys and leashes and whatnot for West Paw?
13 years.
13 years, right? And without Steph's ability to sew, we couldn't have pivoted to mask near as quickly. That's awesome. So, thank you. Any questions for Stephanie, Jeff? Or
No, we just appreciate
Okay.
all
Can
that
you hear me?
you've done. How many like what's your production like? How many toys can you make? And I guess it depends what toy you're making, or like in an hour or something. Or,
Right. So yeah. Oh yeah. So that's a good question. So if you're thinking about like Rowdies, Steph, I know you don't do a lot of those. How many Rowdies can we make in an hour, do you think?
Oh gosh.
Mike would be a good one to ask, wouldn't
Mike would be a great one to
he?
ask.
Yeah. I would say in an hour we're probably able to make about 100 toys if all
Okay.
the cells were working. So they're really labor intensive because
There's, as Mike was showing you, a lot of hand operation, just like what Steph's doing on the mask. It takes a lot of time to put those products
Yeah.
together, and that's what makes them so durable. You know,
And I think
sewing.
people
So
think that
I know,
toys and
like,
things
I
are
think
made,
they'll
you know,
probably
just by.
have 50 kits, like final sale, about 50 kits of toys a day, and they have anywhere from 10 to 20 toys in them.
what do you think, Jeff?
I think people just have in their mind that all machines make, you know, they're all automated and like computer run machines make all of the toys and things. But when you realize that there is a person who goes to
Yeah.
work every day and they're literally sewing that toy and then they're shipping that toy, and then with the toys that are on our shelves were made right there by someone who made them by hand. That's the kind of detail that you get in the U.S. You know, you get in America when you have a toy like that. So, and it's something special. So. It's something
Absolutely.
our shop for.
Yeah, it's really important for people to understand how much effort and time is put into the design and the manufacturing and even the sourcing of safe materials. All of those things combine to make a really safe toy, but also the durability is better when you can sew it the way we do it by hand. And so it's great to hear that, Jeff. You know, we started sewing these toys like this back in 1996, and some of our processes have evolved, but there's a lot of things that we learned early on that just shouldn't change, such as that hand craftsmanship, the hand turning. So minimizing the use of really inexpensive threads because they break too easily, or cheap squeakers. So these are the things that help make the toy really last.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Great.
Should we walk on through a little further?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Awesome. Great. Well, we're gonna head back. We're gonna take a little bit of a longer walk. We're gonna go back to the injection molding area, and I'll show you where our toy line Zogoflex is manufactured, but I'll also show you where it was that we do the recycling as well. So Karen's giving you a little bit of a view of the floor, and this just give you, talk about, we already mentioned this before, but this is where the wall used to be for our factory. And we designed the factory so that it was expandable, as I mentioned earlier, because we wanted to be able to have a clear span, be the most efficient manufacturer we could, and to compete globally in the United States. It's really all about how do you be efficient. And so we really need to have a clear span. So we were able to lift this wall up from this location and move it all the way down here. And as we continue to slowly grow over these years ahead, we can imagine moving the wall again because we have additional land behind this facility.
Right. Now,
So let me take you back to injection molding.
The boxes that you've got on the ground, like you're
Right.
seeing things in your product, and now those are recycled boxes, right?
Any questions, Jeff, that I could answer for you?
Well, the boxes that you have, are those recycled boxes, like where you're storing the product for
Is he there?
packaging and things?
He's talking.
Okay.
Okay, can't hear that. Okay. We'll go to
Still have really good. You can't hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Well, let's see.
Okay, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Jeff, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you just fine. Yep,
You can hear
I
me?
can hear you.
Okay, I can't hear you. So
Okay.
let's.
Get that figured out here.
Are you there, Jeff?
I am here. Yep,
Yeah,
we are
okay.
here.
I don't know, but we'll try it back here, okay, Jeff?
Okay, I can hear you okay.
Okay. We just, for some reason.
Hold it for
Yeah,
a little bit.
let me
We'll
hold it
flip
for a
the
little
screen.
bit. We'll flip it around. Perfect. Okay. Sorry, we're back on the floor here.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to flip a little bit to the floor. When we get back.
Okay. I can't hear you very well. Hang on. Yeah. Hang on one moment. Okay. There we go. Now I can hear you better. Okay.
Yeah. Still.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. I don't know if it's a Wi-Fi issue or not. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Can you hear me?
Okay. Jeff, is it possible for me to leave and then join you again real quick? See if that resets?
Ooh. I guess I've never done that before. I don't know if it's going to reset. It might reset a different session for us, though. That's the only problem. If we leave the studio, we'd have a part 1 and a part 2.
Sorry
I can
for
hear the
technical
fan, though.
difficulties here.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm not certain why. We got good signal.
You can't hear me?
All right, well, let me see here. Trying to think.
Sorry,
Maybe,
Tom.
Karen, if you can hold that, let me see if I can join on another device, if that works. And we'll see if we can get this technical difficulty behind us here.
I can hear you, though. If you just can't hear me.
All right, so, Jeff, what I'm doing is opening up the link again on my phone and see if we can get...
I might be able to share you.
Would it work if I called your mobile, Jeff, and put me on speakerphone for now, or is it not so good now?
I can hear you, though. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. You want me to call you?
Sure.
All right. At least we'll be able to...
Okay, here we go.
All right. Are you there, Jeff?
Okay, yep, technology will make this work.
Oh, man. We got something going.
Okay.
I don't know why the audio just cut out.
Now we might want to mute one of them, though, because I'm getting a double, I'm getting feedback.
Are you there?
I am here. Oh, I'm here. Sorry, it was muted. Okay, I'm here.
It's going to work.
I think it'll work.
Thanks for
Yeah, no, totally. Technology.
So this is a mold. And I'm excited to show you, when we make a product, it comes out of this machine. And it comes out really hot. So this is one of our giant balls. It's and it's reason it's sitting in water because it comes out of the machine and it's 400 degrees. And the plastic is still nearly molten. So we have to get it into the water, cool it down, and finish the curing process for the materials of the box. So this machine can produce 1,000 parts a day, and it's this machine plus over here to my side in the top injection molding from larger parts, bigger molds. And I want to show you how recyclable it is.
Right.
So, choice that impact, as you know, some content of recycled material. They can recycled material first, and there's also back choice that choose our they can also recycle materials from waste stream here, so that we have zero waste goes to landfill. So what happens when the consumer sends back a toy to us? And identifies that we know a lot of parts of that machine. So we'll walk on that.
Okay, great.
Right back here, there's a couple things going on. This is one of the parts I was talking about. It's got damage on it. And this is the runner where the part used to be made like that. And we designed all this material so that once this is done, we can put it in this machine and it gets ground up. And it turns into this fine powder you see here. And then this is what goes back into the machine and turned into useful inputs. And every time we change colors, you have to completely take them apart. Please, there's no problem with contamination of colors. So one of the important parts of the process is make it
Right, which I think is really cool because when you have a guarantee on all of your products, right? Yeah, which is great. So when you do return a product like the Go-Go Flex that maybe your dog took a bite out of, or a chunk out of, then you can send that back to West Paw, and West Paw, they regrind it, and then it becomes a new toy for another dog, and that way that toy lives on in another form. So it's really cool. Not that many people recycle toys in that way, and so when you're buying from West Paw, you're buying a really quality toy, but then you're also if it's getting recycled into a new toy if need be. But otherwise, a lot of these toys last for years in your house and yard, and yeah, they're pretty amazing toys. So.
Well, Jeff, thank you very much. I think you've done the whole thing around sustainability. Buy stuff is sure, right? And how can you last durability? We're not consuming raw materials to make a product that is not to make it so fine. Let's focus on durability. It's last as long as possible. And of course, there are dogs who will chew our product up. That's a pretty rare occurrence. And nonetheless, that love and guarantee is there to stand behind every purchase of all of our products. And making sure that the customer has the product we get to right here. So learning on sustainability, durability, and recyclability is a really good one.
Yeah. And from our standpoint, we always like to sell people, ask them questions about what kind of toys their dogs like, what are their chewing habits, what do they like to do with the toy, is it a fetch toy, is it a chew toy, is it a puzzle toy, and then get the right toy for their dog, and then you can minimize returns and things. So it's just asking those questions. So there's so many between ZogoFlex, ZogoFlex Air, ZogoFlex Echo. You've got a lot of options just within the ZogoFlex line, and then you've got your plush toys too. So.
Yeah, right. You know, we all need a lot of options for our dogs, right? Different dogs have different personalities, so the fact that you have so much brain, ask those questions. That's what we're designing product design. To know that your customers get those questions answered, make sure the toy, the right toy for them. That's a great experience all around. Thanks for your education on that.
Well, we're trying, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. How about walk on back? Go back upstairs.
That would be great. Thank you.
This is the recycler to make sure it's all clean, and it gets vacuumed up and out, and the computer automatically feeds the molding machine. So this is the end part of that recycling. So we can see how that comes when it goes into the mold. It's shot into this mold here, and out the toy over here. Beginning of the next toy we sold.
Wow, it's like a very, very sophisticated machine like we used to see at the zoo when you bought your little plastic molded elephants or something when you were little. This is just a lot more high grade than
just
that.
A little bit bigger.
Yeah, a little bigger, a little stronger, but yeah.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
All right, so let's go back. See the shipping floor, and I want to show you some of those products we're talking about. We make all of our ZogoFlex products right here, and we have to mention Echo. We created the ZogoFlex Echo line, so it's light and great for playing indoors, but also very durable for outdoor play. And it's a different process because the Echo toys are really they're designed to be so hollow. So this part here is very hollow and squeezy, which is very easy for a dog to enjoy and play with. So for a different temperament, the Echo toys are a great fit. Whereas if you have a more durable toy like we were just talking about, it is like the ZogoFlex. This is a solid part that you can't squeeze it. And so different products are going to be best for different dogs. And you already touched on that. But this is when we get an order from your store, that's what we do is we get the order from somebody Paws, they come through here and they'll pick the order special for your store to get you just the price you want. And you can see the toys, some of the toys just popping out of the boxes ready to get to your store and your customers. And we'd love to hear the happy stories of people who use these products in their home every day.
Yeah.
So let's go on down.
Okay.
If you have any questions, let me know.
Absolutely.
Okay. So when there any questions from your live stream?
Not yet, just a great behind the scenes tour. And your friend Chris Kern from used to be One Lucky Mutt in St. Louis says hello.
Oh, hello, Chris.
Chris and Tracy are great, so we're great friends too. So
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to share a little bit about sustainability of these products. We started manufacturing leash collars, and we've really, with all of our product lines, looked at how do we minimize impact. And by making this product in the U.S., that's great. It doesn't have to travel around the world. But
Right.
it's also this collar designed and manufactured right here out of 100% polyester that's recycled. So when you have polyester, it's generally coming from your water bottles or your soda bottles. And West Paw started out very early on in 2007, recycling our recycled fiber fill. We got some water bottles and putting it for a bed. And then created a nice fluffy inside. Over the years, that technology improved so that we could have this woven into this beautiful textile that you never know in a water bottle.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're really nice. We carry them in the shop. Yeah, they're very nice towels. So.
Thank you. Great. Well, let's walk through and we'll upstairs.
Okay.
And up into the office. Let's put some of our staff there.
Perfect.
All right. One of the things we love about being all in one building is that everybody gets to know each other. And it's done intentionally.
So we had a strong culture
of people
serving the customers in sales and service, but also
Right.
manufacturing their products.
You know what? I think we can. Can you hear me now? I wonder if I can turn my phone down.
Yeah, I
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna mute my phone, and then I will stay connected just in case we need to. But well, that's one of the things that I really like and admire.
Is this on speaker now? Can we hear him? Jeff, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet.
That's all right.
Okay.
Okay,
I can-
I've got you, Jeff.
Okay. I'm still here. One of the things I really like about West Paw is the fact that you are not only make those decisions for the environment, but you also make good decisions for your own people, and you involve your people from really every aspect of the business. And I think that's showing great respect for the people that work for you, and obviously great loyalty for the people that work for you. And I've always admired that way that you do business. And you can talk a little bit maybe about being a B corporation, what that means, the commitment that you've made to that, because it's not a term that's familiar with everybody, but I think it's something that really sets you apart from so many other small business, other businesses, small or large, frankly. So.
For sure. Yeah, Jeff, you're right. So when we started off, we really wanted to have this engaged workforce and be able to have an inclusive company. And what we find is that the people who understand what we're doing here, they're really motivated to do the right thing. And speaking of certified B Corp, I want to introduce you to Damon. Damon's not on the phone, but he can give you a quick wave. And Jeff from Paws is doing a live cast. I think you might have met Jeff when he was here.
I think we did. Yes, I look familiar. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So Damon's also been to our Certified B Corp Champion Retreat, which helps us understand how we can make a better impact as a company. And I can explain a little bit more about the Certified B Corp when we go upstairs. But
Sure.
Damon's done
experience. That was just the most amazing thing. Going to that big corporate retreat and seeing and just hanging out with those awesome companies, awesome people.
There's a lot of awesome companies there. Great work.
So nice.
Very inspiring. Yeah. Thank you, Damon. Yeah, sure. Well, let's go on upstairs.
Okay, excellent. And Beth Fox says hello too. Beth said it was great to see your facility. I don't think she's had a chance yet to come out there to see you. So.
No, she hasn't. Oh, well,
She needs to. It's a beautiful. Bozeman's beautiful. That whole area is just gorgeous. So there's so many reasons to want to go out there. And I think they're opening Yellowstone and Grand Tetons Monday.
You're right. They are opening.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. No, we live in a great place, and we've got hills and mountains right outside the facility.
Yeah.
And it makes it feel like a really, really great place to work. So hopefully
Yep.
some of your customers will come out and visit us.
I hope so. And a really great dinosaur museum, I have to say. We went to see that, and it's one of my favorite. It's an amazing place. We had a lot of fun there.
Jeff, the Museum of the Rockies is one of the world's best dinosaur museums. So.
If any kids, any families that are interested in dinosaurs, bring your kids there because it has really an amazing exhibit. So anyway, as a bonus.
Totally. Go to Yellowstone and see that as well. It's great.
Yeah.
So this is a reminder of our certified B Corp status. Yeah. And let's go sit down and I'll tell you a little bit more about being a certified B Corp.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. And I'd love to figure out if the audio is still working okay on your side, Jeff.
I know.
Is it okay? Great. Okay, well, I will try to make certain that we don't lose you. So I want to share a little bit about being a certified B Corp because you've mentioned it a couple times, and it's really an important part of what we do. Being a certified B Corp, you have to take a rigorous assessment that looks at how you are as a company in treating your employees, the environment, and your community. And when you take that assessment, you get scored on how you're doing. And if you get 80 or higher, then you become certified. And we've recertified now 3 times. Our third one's coming up this year. And it helps us to really understand how we can do better as a company because the assessment challenges us to do better. And it also helps us share with customers like you and all your customers that come and shop with you that there's more than just good marketing. Right. We're really stand behind what we say as a company. So there's other great leaders and some other great brands. I think about if you like the bake, there's King Arthur Flour, there's Patagonia, certainly ice cream is Ben and Jerry's. So a lot of great companies.
You're in good company, that's for sure.
That's
Absolutely.
right. Yeah.
Perfect.
So I've got something new.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you're launching some new things.
Yeah, this is one of the things we've been planning on for 3 years. We started off thinking, how could we make a treat that is good for the planet, and we can tell customers that the animals have been treated very humanely. And as I mentioned, when I grew up on a ranch, I knew firsthand that the things that we did mattered both to the animals and to the planet. And although we wanted to have this come from Montana, there's not the infrastructure yet to make treats like this in Montana. So we set out to find a trusted supplier and created a formulation that really is in 2 different types. We wanted to create simple proteins like this one, which is the freeze dried, and it's all 100% beef liver. And what we did is we worked with the Grass-Fed Beef Association to make certain that we could source grass-fed beef. And I want to just sidetrack here to say that there's an organization in our industry called the Pet Sustainability Coalition.
Yeah.
And the Pet Sustainability Coalition really has helped West Paw and many other companies, retailers and brands, be even better at sustainability. And when I learned about the benefits of the grass-fed beef, it's amazing, Jeff. I don't know.
We talk about it a lot just from a nutrition standpoint with our customers. Grass-fed beef is definitely the way to go. We eat that ourselves. We eat grass-fed beef, Matt and I, because we honestly changed the way we eat based on what I was learning, the way we were feeding our dogs. We're like, wait a minute, we better start eating. And so we did the more and more research. So, but grass-fed beef is what we want to do as well. Just the higher nutrient levels, higher omega-3 fatty acids, and just the humane treatment. And there's huge benefit.
And you're right. And when the cattle are out on the grasslands, and their hooves are stomping in the ground, there's actually a carbon sink that's happening. And we don't really understand all of it yet, but what was really happening with the researchers is they're understanding that when the bison roamed on the plains and we've replaced them with some cattle, of course, that is an important part of our environment, is to reduce that carbon impact by keeping those grass-fed animals on the grasslands.
Mm-hmm.
So not only is it healthier, but it's better for the planet.
Right.
We also chose to choose the organ meat because we did not want to take prime cuts out of the human supply chain. You know, when I was a kid, I ate a lot of liver.
And me
I
too.
don't eat a lot of liver. Did you really?
Liver and onions. A lot of liver.
Totally.
Once a week, I think my mom made liver and onions.
Yeah.
I still like it, but I understand that it's not everyone's cup of tea. So
No, like how often have you had liver and onion?
I know, not very often anymore. But
Yeah. Hey, Matt, I've got some liver. Let's eat this.
Right.
No, I think not. So we don't eat it in my house either. And so, yet there's really great protein in here. And
Yeah.
what happens a lot is that the organ meat is discarded, and that is a waste of a great organ, great protein that was grown by the planet. And we want to make certain not to have that waste. So we focus on organ meat. And so we've got our beef liver here, and then right over here we've got beef heart. And the intention around the organ meat is both environmental but also nutrition.
Yeah.
So
And
these are just one thing.
beef heart is a good source of taurine too for the dog. So you can add that in, and all these freeze-dried treats work really well in a lot of your puzzle toys and things you have. So
They do. Yeah, I find that when we created all of our puzzle toys, we always had it in mind that someday we'd be able to create treats that go with it. And we also didn't want to create toys that precluded other treats from working. We want to have an open platform. And so these treats will work in our Zogoflex toys, but also I know you sell a tremendous number of great brands, and all of our treat toys like the Quizzle, the Topple, the Tux, they'll work with anybody's product.
yeah, exactly. But no, we love those interactive toys because, like we always say, 15 minutes of puzzle play like that is equivalent to a 1 mile walk with your dog.
Perfect.
And just for their mental health and their mental well-being and the mental stimulation that it involves. So yeah, the Quizzle is like one of our most popular toys. So
Yeah,
good. With a bully stick right inside, and so we can see how it works. And
yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, that's great. It's perfect. Well, then, just to continue on with our treats, we have a separate grouping of products. These each have just 6 things. And what we have here is we've got sustainably raised and harvested duck, and also pork. And what we did with these 2 formulas, Jeff, is we wanted to create simple ingredients where we put, in this, pork, sweet potatoes, broccoli, spinach, goat's milk, and a little bit of blueberries to give it a little bit of a superfood and balance, so that people who want that, and they're all just little freeze-dried niblets. And then this one has similar different ingredients with duck and sweet potato, carrots, kale, goat's milk, and blueberries as well. So these are for those who are looking for a little bit more of a nutritional diversity in their treats.
Right. And Chris is asking if we're carrying them yet. And Chris, we're not yet, because they just came out. They literally, Spencer literally just announced them to the world pretty recently. So
yesterday?
yeah. Exactly. I think yesterday. You're right.
Right.
So, we'll be bringing those in. Just we haven't had the chance yet. So.
Yeah. In all fairness to you guys, Jeff, it's this is one of those results of COVID, where we looked and we said, all right, March and April were tough for us and for a lot of retailers, and we had this product ready for the end of June. But when we realized we better bring something out to help our business, keep our folks really gainfully employed and not miss a beat, we pulled this forward about 6 weeks. And so that's why it's moving the industry so quickly.
Yep. And it's kind of fun because we actually placed our West Paw order, but midway through this whole pandemic, because we were blowing through online all of our West Paw toys, our interactive toys and things. So we needed a place a reorder so we could get our stores back in stock. So you performed really well online for us, because our stores are closed for people at the moment for browsing, but online they know your product and respect your product, and so we're still selling it, which is great. So
great. Thank you so much. It's great to hear us doing well online.
Yeah, absolutely. And then can you well, I can't put you on the spot, but there's another thing you're coming out with, right? Later? And you don't have to say. I mean, I know what it is, but you don't have to say if you're not comfortable doing it now.
Are you talking about Rumble, the new toy?
Well, there's the toy, right? Then isn't there something in another category similar to the?
Yeah, you do know
Other,
that, don't you? Yeah, no, we've got to have a little something, a little secret up our sleeve. But
there's more good stuff coming out, and in fact, there's a new item that I think you all are going to really want because it works really well with the toys. So
yeah, so let's just talk about that one because I think you've seen it. So what we wanted to do is create a Zogaflex toy that really would rumble around and roll, and into which you could put kibble, or you could put your favorite treats, or maybe West Paw's treats in there. And you end up with this great experience where this toy is able to move around and wobble, and that activity, it challenges the dog. But if you're putting your kibble in there, it can actually slow down that feeding process as well. What my dog loves, Jeff, I've had a chance to do this, and I don't know if you and Matt have, but I sometimes will put a little cream cheese down in there as a little dessert for him, and a little treats, and it kind of sticks on the sidewall, and then he has to carry it around and lick it out, and he just loves it. It's a great toy. Yeah.
That's perfect. That's perfect. I mean, because my personal goal is to make dinner time last 15 minutes, if you can, or 10 minutes or 5 minutes, anything beyond 30 seconds. So the longer we can extend that eating period, the better our dogs will be.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good. Thanks for spilling the beans on a new product for me.
Well, anyway.
No, that's good.
Watching. So no, we'll be excited to be able to bring that in. So
perfect. Thank you.
And so we just really want to thank you, Spencer, for taking the time with us. I know we're all doing like 8 million things and trying to refocus our business. But I really wanted to thank you for being so responsive to my request to get out in front of our customers, to let them get to know who you are and your company. And we're really excited to be able to bring everybody together to meet. And I would like to do more of that. I think we're just one big. I mean, we think of our customers as one big family.
Sure.
And, I've got two families. I've got my customer family, and I have my vendor family and my partners. And it's just so nice. I like to bring my families together.
That's wonderful.
So we can meet each other and make that connection, because I think that sense of community is something that we're all striving for and really want right now. And I think that includes a sense of community with our companies as well. And making that, humanizing all of this. So we literally are in this together, and we're all trying to make the best decisions we can with each other. So we just have appreciated your partnership over all these years, and it's been great to get to know you and your whole team. I mean, your whole team is wonderful and so helpful with any questions or anything. And so it's been a nice journey over the last, for us, like going into 16 years, I guess.
That's a long time, isn't it? That's great. Congratulations on great years. And I know as you guys move through this and face your challenges and changes, you're going to be so successful coming out because you have provided so much information and quality of product to your customers, and those relationships matter and endure. And we're all going to come out of this together, as you mentioned. We're in it now, and it's great people that help us all rally around the next steps to get out of this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you again, and thank Karen for all her help in filming.
You, Karen.
And coordinating all of this today.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely.
And thank your whole team too. So we really appreciate all you're doing. So hope to see you in person someday. So
look forward to that. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Spencer. Thank you everybody for watching too.
Thanks for watching. Okay.
Bye-bye.